It has finally come down to it. Qyburn versus the High Sparrow. Two of the greatest minds of Westeros collide. Ironically enough, both of them first came to light at the hands of Cersei Lannister. Well, while the High Sparrow turned out to be the biggest mistake of her life, Qyburn has been very loyal till now. So finally, we're now here as two characters initially powered by Cersei will go on against each other in a death battle played by minds. Ever since the very beginning of this High Sparrow versus Cersei clash, she had almost everything. She had Jaime, she had armies thanks to the Tyrells, and even up to point, she had uninfluenced Tommen. But still, the High Sparrow kept winning repeatedly, mainly because she didn't have a brain in her team. Yes, Qyburn was always there, but he wasn't quite used the way he should have been. Jaime, Cersei, and some other characters involved were intelligent, but didn't have the type of mind required to play the game of mind chess. If either Varys or Baelish was still around, the scenario could be entirely different. I just read a crazy theory. I'm not saying it's valid, just want to mention it that Baelish might be behind the Faith Militant, and maybe he will get back to Cersei for that power is power sin, and he also might have wanted to weaken Westeros before implementing whatever crazy plan that he has in his mind. However, those aside, as we currently stand only a few days apart from the finale, we at least know one thing for sure. The final move against the High Sparrow is completely based on wits and idea of Qyburn. This is what makes me believe that the High Sparrow might finally be facing his end, since he finally got the opponent he deserved. Their clash is so perfect on many different levels. While the High Sparrow runs a mind-controlled group of superstitious fanatics using religion as a weapon to get what he wants, Qyburn is more like the science guy. His character in this show is really interesting actually. While High Sparrow got a big push in the last season, they have been building up Qyburn since season 3. I'm a huge fan of this character. From the history and lore Master of Chain video, we know that Qyburn never even liked the concept of the chain masters wear, as he feels that it limits the field of seeking knowledge. These lines said by Qyburn gives a very clear idea of how his mind works. Because bold men will not be chained. They dare to ask questions the maesters fear to answer. They will look at a living man and ask, how? They will look at the dead and ask, what if? However, as we know, after the trial for Cersei was declared, he mentioned that a myth is indeed true. And the most common yet the most valid speculation at this point is that they were talking about wildfire. And most probably this season will end with Cersei pulling off a Mad Queen as she burns down half of Westeros, killing the High Sparrow, the Tyrells, and even Tommen will probably die in the process. The Mad King probably stored wildfire all over the place in his plans of burning them all down, which is apparently going to be fulfilled by Cersei as her part of transforming into the Mad Queen. I think there will be some kind of Qyburn magic added with the use of wildfire, and we must just get to see it get used in a completely different way. I think there will be mainly two stages of burning things down. In the primary stage, Cersei will to some extent fail and probably Tommen will somehow die. Maybe he will kill himself just in front of Cersei after she starts burning things down, and probably kill the Tyrells including the Queen. It is at this point of time Cersei will lose it all and go full Mad Queen. I have doubts about one thing though. Why would Qyburn support such a big mass murder? From his conversation with Jaime and his total ideology, it didn't sound like he's that type of person. I sure hope he also doesn't end up dying somehow in this episode. The finale should reveal something about the mountain too. Qyburn said he would change in a way, but we don't know exactly how. Do you think he might stop following orders for a while and become too violent? If Qyburn is somehow to be removed from this scenario, what if Mountain somehow loses shit and ends up killing him? It is very unlikely, though. Anyways, the speculations are going all over the place and becoming too messed up, so I'll leave the Cersie and the High Sparrow battle here. Some other predictions on the finale. We see Jaime Lannister in Walder Frey's party. We know Arya Stark is also headed there. I'm imagining a scenario where we will see Arya planning to kill Walder all the time, but just before she executes her plan, Jaime and his army will kill Walder Frey and his men in a reverse Red Wedding scenario. We know Jaime is going through a good guy transformation in a way, and he might do this for returning a favor to the Starks, and especially Catelyn for letting him live. Arya will observe the entire scenario and will later at some point work as the messenger of peace between the Starks and the changed Jaime Lannister. There is another theory that Jaime will kill Cersei to save Westeros. So this episode could in one hand highlight the birth of the Mad Queen, and on the other hand might represent Jaime in this new way. That would be a proper build-up for him to take out Cersei. I'm assuming Lord Baelish will ask Sansa to marry Robin. He might ask her to marry him too, but my prediction is Robin. Jon Snow will probably not take any serious step against Melisandre. He will try to be political about it and will piss off Davos. Whatever the case is, I